Well, folks, the season finale of Chosen Season 3 has a lot of surprises for me, especially like with the opening. There's a flashback to 990 BC with King David, and there's these guys, and they present a poetry thing, and it's like from the Psalms, and it's done with no piano, no guitar, but it's like a bunch of people in the background humming or something. Not to be confused with hummus, which is pretty good. And there's a guy reading the words, the lyrics, and King David and his wife, they're on the throne, and they're listening. I get a little bit of the Game of Thrones vibe, not to really confuse the two, but it's like it's kind of there, and it's really interesting the way they portray King David. How do you do that? And especially if you want to go back and try to do like a prequel show, are you gonna get the same actor? No, I'm King David. Here's my wife. Hey, King David. Hello. You see my wife? My wife had a little pregnant. Yeah, it better be good. It better be pleasing to the king, and also to the king of all kings. Oh. Ooh, alright. Meanwhile, back to 30 AD. So, once upon a time, Jesus is like walking down the road with his 12 disciples, and then this girl, this like gypsy girl, whatever she is, she like comes in out of nowhere, and she like saying all this stuff to Jesus. And they're talking. There's these other people, these other groups. They're all like coming at Jesus because of they heard a parable that was going around. I think some of the disciples might have been spreading some of these parables. Maybe they told some people, and the other people heard it. And the rumors of the wedding parable, or the candle lights, something where it's like some people may come in and be a part of the wedding, and then the other people can't come, or maybe they will be coming, and then it's like it depends on how you look at it, and there's a few different perspectives, and so it's like the different groups come to Jesus right now. It's a come to Jesus moment, and they're like, oh, look at it, and hey, a little gypsy girl, and he's like, hey, let's go talk about this. Yeah, and they'll come, we'll sit down, and he's like, what? And they're like, what? You want us to sit down? And he's like, no, this is my students. Yeah, let's go talk about this. Let's have a debate, and let's talk about the shows, what do you call it, the seeds, and planting seeds, and because it's like people wonder, like, is it gonna work? Meanwhile, they're talking about stuff, and this is the wife. See the wife? This is the wife, not the wife of David. It's the other wife, the wife of Peter. And she's not doing so good because he had a miscarriage. Now back to the field, and this girl is kind of appealing. Oh yeah, ooh, what? And this guy, like, some of these people are like Greeks and Romans, and some of them are like Jewish people, and some of these people might be like Pharisees and Sadducees, which are, they're Jewish people. Some of them might be like, we're better than you, better than the other people, because we keep all the laws. Anyway, so Jesus is talking, and now back to this. What's this? What's going on here? Oh yeah, I think I saw Jesus. Hey, you better take off your clothes, because it's totally wrong. You can't have clothes if it's like say for example cotton and like wool, like you put it together. I don't know. It's like basically you can't have two different materials together in a clothing item and then wear it, because that'd be terrible. What? According to who? According to somebody. Anyway, so Jesus is still talking. He's going through a couple different parables. Let's see. Do I remember which parables? I'm having a hard time. Anyways, they're like in their bus, their car, their taxi. Except it's just a caravan. So it's like a little boy had 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes, and so he prays over it. and he's like, hey, bring over 12 baskets, and they fill it up somehow, and then like thousands of people are able to eat. Thousands and thousands of people. Meanwhile, Peter's wife goes to this guy, and he's like, I don't know what he is. He might be like a Pharisee, a Sadducee, or something, some kind of priest or something. And he's like, okay, I know what we can do to help you with your problem, and you could do a little ceremony thing, and you can pray a prayer from the book of Psalms. Jesus is doing his thing, and Peter's not happy, even though Peter knows, like, Peter understands kinda. This guy's like, he's a spy and he's going around, and this guy's like, he might be a historian, like he might be Josephus. I don't know if he is or not, but it kind of got that appeal, the way he talks about history and stuff, and about what just happened with the feeding of the 5,000, or however many there were. And then this guy's like listening and stuff, and this guy's talking to the other guy. And meanwhile, like he told the disciples, go ahead, go across the river, go across the sea. I gotta pray. And then, so they do, but there's a storm, and then he's kind of washing but not looking. And Peter's like, if it's really you, then tell me to go out and walk on the water, And Jesus is like, okay, go do it. Meanwhile, this is a very interesting part of the show, is like, she's doing her little ceremony thing, because, she was going to have a baby, and the baby died in childbirth or whatever, and it was a miscarriage, and she's not happy about it, and so it's like, she's doing her little ceremony thing to be clean. She already did that a while back, I don't know when, months ago, or whenever it was, and she's doing it again, or doing a different kind of ceremony thing, to be cleaned, to be cleansed, and she's doing that, and she's like praying and stuff, and so going down, and it's going into the water, like getting it's kind of like baptism, and then he kind of goes in the water, and then he's saved, and you can kind of see him, like Jesus pulls him out of the water, and then so Peter embraces Jesus, says, never let me go, never let. Kind of reminds me of that my song, Never Let Go. A very powerful song that I wrote back in 2008, 2009. Never Let Go. I did it with a guitar. I was doing the song. I might have done the song at Camp Crowley, Salvation Army Camp, back in the day. So it's like, think about the song. You ever thought about that song? Never let go, no, no. I'll be there for you, you. Never let go, no, no. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. And now the end of the episode is kind of cool, and they kind of show you a couple different characters, and then Peter and his wife, they embrace themselves, each other, and then it goes back to the flashback with King David, and he's like, oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good. And then there's this guy. But anyways, that's basically it for this last episode 8 of season 3 of Chosen. They plan on 4 more seasons, and I would love to see a lot more. Like, I want a show of I don't know, Adam and Eve and King David. Maybe that was a hint at, they want to do a King David show, and the apostles and Paul, and like, milk this baby out. Not to say like it's the same kind of thing like Star Wars. I'm all into, I don't know, interesting things, and I try to make videos, but then YouTube takes them down. YouTube just got done taking down a few more videos, and I'm exhausted at this point, because they already took over 10,000. Like, they took down over 10,000 videos of mine. I mean, that's a lot of videos, and they did a few more recently, and they're like, well, it goes against community guidelines, because it's like, maybe like the words in the title, or maybe a few like pictures, or the audio is kind of, well, I mean, it's like, I don't know. Think about this. I'll probably show it to you later, but it becomes redundant, because YouTube does this all the time, and I'm like, lose my mind. I'm losing my mind. But what do? You cry out to the Lord, cry out to yourself, cry out to anybody you want. But you really gotta meditate sometimes. You really gotta step away sometimes. And you really, really gotta be aware of it. Whatever it is, whatever it might be, good or bad, be aware of it. That's step number 1 in life. A lot of times people are not aware of the good and the bad in life. If you know the good and the bad, you're a step ahead from a lot of people. A lot of people. So many people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people. So many people. Most people. Like, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know that they don't know a lot of stuff. About so many things. Call me crazy, but if you know that, then you're like 1% of the 1% of the world kind of thing. Like, I don't know what the percentage is. God damn it, I don't know. I'm Oatmeal Joey Arnold. I just make these videos sometimes until YouTube takes them down, and then I lose my mind. And you can lose your mind too, but it's like, what are you gonna do about it? Well, you stand up and you stand together and listen to Elon Musk when he says some stuff that's good. But when he says other stuff that's not no good, you say no, F you, Elon Musk. But he did a few things, and it doesn't matter who it is. Whether it's Elon Musk, or Alex Jones, or Donald Trump, or you name it, I don't care who it is, but it's like, good things coming out of people. Whether you believe in Jesus or not, it's like, you can learn a lot from a lot of different people. You can take the words to heart. Or maybe there's a little bit of truth and a little bit of good stuff that can come out of it. Out of them, out of you, out of all of it. Take it hard. And if there's something you don't like about it, okay. What are you going to do about it? I don't know. Write about it. Talk about it. Have a little bit of a debate. That's one of the things that I liked about this episode. There was a little bit of a debate early on, and that turned into the feeding of the 5,000. And I don't know how accurate all of this is, the show and everything, like to the scriptures and everything. Like, I'm pretty sure it's pretty accurate, but it's like, it's life. Life is gonna be a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be a little bit of both. And what are you gonna do about it? Drink your tea and shut up. Just kidding. I don't know, but you just gotta do stuff. You just gotta do stuff to keep going. That's it.